award-winning book, I chose Clementine. It's by Sarah Pennypacker. See Clementine on the cover. This book is about a girl who's misunderstood. She's goofy and adorable. She always gets told to pay attention, but she argues that she's paying attention. She's just not paying attention to what she necessarily should be. In this book, Clementine has one best friend named Margaret. Margaret is the pretty girl and the one who never gets in trouble, the one who never anything. But Margaret gets glue in her hair, and so she tries to get it out with scissors. But when that didn't work, Clementine was helping her, and they tried to make just longer bangs, wider. It was a mess, and they cut all of her hair off, and Clementine got sent to the office because they just assumed that it was Clementine's fault. Poor little misunderstood girl. But then a few days later, she decides to cut her hair off because she wanted Margaret not to feel so alone and awkward and being the only one without her hair cut off. I thought that was really kind and sweet, and it just shows how big of a heart she has. And her and Margaret get into an argument, and they don't talk for a few days, and she thinks her parents are mad at her. And so she went to try to be helpful in her eyes for once and clean up her room for her parents. And it's the illustration that we got going on there. Looks like complete chaos. But in the end, her parents throw a surprise birthday party for her. And Margaret's there. It was right after they made up. Just a few hours, actually. And her parents got her a kitten. And she realized her parents weren't mad at her. And even when they do get mad at her, it's okay. And I think that's what most people forget sometimes. But this is a picture of her party. But this book just, it's one of those that remind you that you don't have to be serious all the time, and sometimes you need to take a step back and look at things through somebody else's eyes, so that way you don't just blame them for not paying attention. If I was using this book in my own classroom, I would have the kids do a graphic organizer, and I would use Clementine and Margaret for the two main characters, and I would want the kids to say their differences and put what's alike in the middle. After they did that, I would want them to write why they liked the book, why they didn't like the book. I'd want them to write and tell me about how they are like each one of the characters, or why they're not like each one of the characters.